Hello again, people. Right, sadly I've got to take my dog back to the vets, and because of that I've been sat in front of the charts waiting and waiting and waiting for the off, as it were. She unfortunately is not improving at a rate I'd like to. I don't think it's critical, but she definitely needs assistance again. Anyway, as such, I'm in front of the charts all day, not being able to go away and leave her alone, and consequently I was just waiting and watching cable and basically pound charts, and this is really a perfect looking reversal. There is nothing. This is when you get a big move like this, these are the exact if you like, descriptions of perfect trades, instances of perfect opportunities, because you've got a massive amount of room between there and there. You've got a massive amount of room between the most recent resistance broken, as it were. I fully expect this to come down to this level here, because, as I always say, the most that's my mouse again. The most level of resistance broken tends to be where price will test. Remember the mantra, tests and retests? I've done this, I say it virtually every video, and we must be on about 330, 340 videos now. 335, 340 videos now. Never changes. You know, price will have a problem at all these intermediate levels here, in my opinion. But they are fantastic targets. So I've got to go out in a minute, as I said, but I chose GJ because it tends to move quicker. That was the trade there. So H4, you can clearly see I've drawn lines on it. H4 high. In fact, prior to my entry, rather, I drew the lines here and here. I knew where my target was. I didn't need any lines over here. Now, this is important. What we want to see is a recent change on a higher time frame histo alert. So, you know, up here on this pink line, when we got the green, a new red, and then go down the lower time frames and just jump in as they change back to the correct color, in other words red. So here it stands to reason, when that was green, that's a pullback. And as you can see, when the colour changed from green to red, I entered my trade. Always remember, you want at least a couple. If you're trading the 5-minute chart, and really we're trading the H4 chart, we're even trading the day 1 chart here, because we've turned red and we are below the opening price. Massive daily candle there. I didn't even register that, but what do I always say when we get a big daily candle or a big candle, H4 or daily? Look for the reversal. So hopefully some of you that perhaps concentrating on that in the Asian session managed to get that reversal. So H1, M30 in this instance led the way for this trade. M15 confirms, of course, and then M5 just to get the tighter entry, broke through that H4 high there and closed through it. Quick pullback, a little bit of drawdown there, but that's to be expected, and also factored into the trade. The stop needs to be up at this sort of height here. Here, swing 1, swing 2, swing 3. Always put your stop between swing 3. This in fact is a little bit messy, but high, low, lower high, lower low, pullback, continuation, and then we've had what I used to call the swan song. I've talked about that in many of my videos as well. So, you know, the trends can be traded in many different ways, but you've got your 4 swings, pull back and you enter on the 5th swing. So I possibly got in a little early with that, but at the end of the day, it's all about, you can see the M1 engulfing candle before my entry, engulfed about three candles there to the downside, broken close through that level. This had done its stuff as well. So M5, we can double check now, I've got the vertical in there. M5 broken the 20 and closed through it. And M15 broken the 20 and closed through it. So it was a perfect rules-based trade, and all led, of course, by the higher time frames. And once again, when you've got those higher time frames in your favour, then you can enter. There was a little bit of drawdown on this before it hit my 13 or 14 pip target. What was it, in fact? 133872. So just under 12.8 pips net of spread. And this should still go down to the levels I've described, so you can have a look at that later. And cable was exactly the same. Oh, and the fact that Japanese yen was massively strong as well, and pound is showing weak on here, did help things. This has been the trend of the day, of course, and that helps enormously. So I was going to show you cable, wasn't I? Cable was almost identical. Cable in fact moved, let's have a look. Would have wanted to be entering there. So that was 22 pips. In fact, cable moved further than pound yen, which is unusual. But there you go. So it looks like I chose the wrong one in that instance, and we can still draw our levels on here that will affect the price. That high, come on mousey, that high there coincides with that high there, and have a look later, and I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down there or further. We can draw an ascending trend line on here as well to see what might cause the price to come down to. There and there, constantly tightening up when the levels, the higher highs are broken by new highs. So we could tighten this one up to here. And of course all this represents is like your moving averages. You're getting less and less candles incorporated in these moves, and consequently they're tighter moving averages. But I hate to use automated stuff apart from that hourly 8 EMA. So this could well be at its limit now around here, and then we've got a pathway, as it were, to continue on down. So you've not only got the candlestick lows and highs, but you've also got ascending and descending trend lines that you can use. And that's the reversal level, low, high, high, low, higher, high, to this. So that would also represent a potential target, because what do we know? If the price wants to go any lower, it has to break and close through these levels. So that's H4, of course. H1 will be different. H1 we could use either that one or that one. That's the penultimate low, high, high, low, higher, high. Oh no, sorry, that one is there. I do apologise. So these are all levels that you can use the reversals to expect price to have a problem at. 15-minute corresponds with the H1 there as well. Oh no, it doesn't. Sorry, I'm rushing because I know I've got to go out with the little dog there. So we're just attacking that high, low, lower, high, lower, low. But as I've said before, again, this is worth mentioning now, we've got a swing trend in place which overrides the candlestick trend. High, low, lower, high. Once that's broken that low there, that's swing 3. Swing 4 has been this pullback. Swing 5 is this continuation that we're seeing at the moment. This was obviously going to cause a problem because it is a candlestick low. Alright, thanks for watching, have a great day. And try and keep it simple, guys. Don't get frightened by this, just keep watching and re-watching videos and watching price action. It won't happen overnight, but hopefully it will happen for you.